Sudan now faces the world's worst displacement and humanitarian crisis, with millions affected and aid efforts increasingly hampered by insecurity and lack of access.
Joining us live from Uppsala to talk about the war in Sudan is regional political analyst Ashok Swain. Welcome, thank you so much for joining us. Now, this conflict just turned 2 years old. As the situation stands right now, what kind of possibilities are there for this conflict to be resolved?
Situation is very serious. The world is facing the worst humanitarian crisis you can imagine. But of course, it has not been in the agenda of the global powers or the international community. There is a meeting which has recently taken place in London, but the kind of message coming from there, it's very, very unlikely that something, there will be a solution or some sort of solution to this conflict. The reasons are many. The reasons are that the two parties, RSF and the Sudanese armed forces, they are no way trying to find a place where they can meet. Already RSF, the paramilitary forces, has created an interim government. And as your report suggested, the Sudanese armed forces, they have recaptured the Khartoum. But RSF is in the control of most of the control of the Darfur region. So it's somehow a situation, and both these parties are being supported by international forces, and that's what is also prolonging the conflict. While the international forces are egging on these two parties to go on for the conflict, there are very limited role by the international community to play a peacemaking role now.
You spoke on the international community's role. What can the international community do? First and foremost, the Security Council, perhaps the African Union, on ensuring that the humanitarian crisis does not deteriorate any further than it is right now?
I think when they are unable to bring the conflict to an end, almost 14 million people have been displaced. Out of 14 million, 4 million have moved to the neighboring countries, and neighboring country situation, both the economic and the political situation are not good. So while there are almost 10 million have been displaced within Sudan, and also 1 in 5 population is facing acute food crisis. Both the parties have bombed hospitals, all sorts of ways, all the kind of the war crimes have been committed by both the parties. So I think the real issue should be the international community, particularly the forces, those who are engaged in egging on these two groups, to stop egging on them and not giving them the support and putting the pressure on them to make a ceasefire. And meanwhile, at least the humanitarian agencies of the international community should be engaged and get the work done in the area. Unless the conflict or violence stops, it's very difficult for the humanitarian agencies to go there and work.
Yeah, we do hope for soon for a ceasefire. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insight.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.